The airline and travel industry was hurt big by the spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Our Megan Reistad spoke with an expert about how they're trying to get back to some form of normalcy.
Air travel is starting to pick back up again as restrictions ease across the country. And joining me this morning is airline expert Seth Kaplan. Good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Megan, good to be here.
Hey, so a lot of people want to travel in the summer, but with coronavirus still on the top of mind, many companies are taking precautions. That includes some having mask policies. So let's talk about what people should take into account when they're choosing what airline to travel with.
Most airlines, Megan, are requiring masks. There's one major exception to that. It's Allegiant Airlines, which isn't even at General Mitchell, but it is over at Rockford. So a lot of people, particularly in the southwestern part of the viewing area, head over there for cheap fares very often. But you do need to know that Allegiant is not requiring masks. Now, I asked them, does that mean they don't care? They said no. They said they very much encourage masks, and in fact, they go beyond some other airlines in providing what they call health and safety kits. They give you a mask, gloves, sanitary wipes, but they don't require them. They say, hey, not everybody's wearing masks on other airlines anyway, so they'd rather the carrot rather than the stick.
Sure. Okay. And then as far as social distancing, what about airlines as far as implementing those policies?
Those vary, too, by airline. Delta has gone furthest in this regard by not selling middle seats for now through September. So if that's important to you, you should know that if you buy a ticket on Delta, through September at least, there's not going to be somebody in the middle seat. Now, Megan, the middle seat is 18 inches wide. That's not 6 feet, right? So it doesn't meet the normal standards of social distancing. But if you think, hey, 18 inches is better than nothing, you know, maybe 100 people on the plane, better than 150, better than nothing, Delta's your airline, at least through September. I don't expect that to last much beyond that.
Okay, and then, a lot of people concerned right now if it's even safe to travel in the first place. But what about, if we're looking into later this year as far as the new normal for when to book a flight and then how to possibly get a deal too?
Yeah, and by July, by the way, I took a look at the numbers, and airlines at General Mitchell are already scheduling more than half of their pre-COVID schedules. So that's new for July. Just a month or so ago, almost nobody was traveling. So they're seeing more people traveling. But yeah, the good thing is you have this unprecedented flexibility, right? So if you see a good deal that looks too good to be true for October, hey, you can grab it and you can always change the flight later. Of course, you are laying out that money. You might not get a full refund. So you kind of have to think about your personal financial situation if you're even willing to do that, considering all the other uncertainty and unemployment and all the rest of it right now.
And what would you say, is it safe to plan a trip for later this year?
Well, look, there are bigger questions than the airline industry, right? There's when's there going to be a vaccine? We don't know. We can't count on that for later this year. You kind of have to think about your own personal situation. Look, if you're going out to restaurants again now and that sort of thing, there's nothing that's inherently more dangerous about being on an airplane. I mean, you're just in an enclosed space with a lot of other people. No more or less likely to get sick from the person sitting next to you on an airplane than sitting next to you anywhere else, but you are around those people. But on a plane, you have to think not just about yourself, not just the people around you, but also about the people you're going to visit, right? So, for us to go down to my family in April for the holidays, didn't get to do that. At this point, I would get on a plane. I would take my family. We're not that old. We're healthy. But we're also thinking about that older relatives and whatever we might be carrying. So you kind of have to add that into all the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. And my last question for you here, if you already have tickets and you decide, you know what, I don't feel comfortable traveling, are airlines typically being pretty flexible or no?
They are being very flexible in terms of letting you at least get a credit. Now, of course, right now, again, back to all that uncertainty, financial uncertainty, what's better than a credit? Well, a full refund. That's a little trickier, but the trick is to wait and see if the airline cancels on you, because if they cancel the flight first, and if they can't get you to where you were planning to go within a certain amount of time, depending on the airline, an hour or two of when you were planning, then they'll offer you a full refund. And if they don't offer, ask for it. Whereas if you cancel on them, then you're looking at a voucher. So, hey, instead of canceling, if you know you have a ticket a month from now and you're not going to fly, just put it on your calendar for a day or two before your trip. See if they cancel first. And then if they don't, let them know, because with some airlines, if you just don't show up, then you'll be
Okay, good information, Seth. Thank you. We appreciate you doing this research for us, too, so thank you very much.
You got it, Megan. Take care. Stay safe.
You as well.